When the balance of power shifts in a region, it does not always announce itself with explosions or headlines. Sometimes it arrives quietly, through low-noise engines, spinning rotors cutting through the air, and forces that appear where no one expected them. Indonesia's Black Hawk S-70M is exactly that kind of signal. It is not just a new helicopter. It represents a capability that is forcing neighboring countries to rethink their assumptions. The real fear is not about what Indonesia has bought, but about what Indonesia can now do. Across Southeast Asia, many countries have built their defense planning around slow response times and limited geographic reach. Indonesia is different. When a nation spread across thousands of islands gains the ability to deploy elite forces to almost any sensitive location within hours, that capability itself becomes pressure. The Black Hawk S-70M is the embodiment of that pressure. It allows Indonesia to establish presence in border areas, contested maritime zones, and remote islands without advance warning. This is the point that worries neighboring states the most. In any potential crisis, Indonesia no longer needs days to react. It needs hours. For Special Forces units like Kopassus, this helicopter becomes a decisive tool, enabling silent insertions, sudden raids, and rapid extractions. That means Indonesia is not only capable of defending its interests, but also of shaping situations in its favor without large-scale troop movements or obvious escalation. The South China Sea and the surrounding sea lanes are already tense and closely watched. When Indonesia gains rapid air mobility in this environment, the planning assumptions of nearby naval and ground forces start to weaken. A Black Hawk landing unexpectedly on a strategic island is not just a military action. It is a psychological message. The message is clear. Indonesia is no longer a distant responder. It is a force that can arrive first and control the tempo. What makes this even more effective is the helicopter's role in humanitarian missions. When Indonesia's military is the first to arrive after a natural disaster, it delivers aid, but it also demonstrates reach, organization, and authority. This form of presence builds influence quietly, and neighboring countries understand that soft power can be just as decisive as firepower. By 2030, Indonesia's military aims to become a force that does more than defend national territory. It wants to shape the regional balance itself. The Black Hawk S-70M is a foundation of that ambition. Networked operations, rapid mobility, local maintenance, and highly trained crews are coming together to form a military that is difficult to predict and even harder to counter. That is why the concern among neighboring countries is not really about a helicopter. It is about the reality that power in Southeast Asia is beginning to move in silence. And when power moves quietly, its impact is often deeper, faster, and far more unsettling.